Hello there, and welcome back to my Minecraft Playtime series where we have just finished up some pretty cool looking walls. There's plenty more that I'd like to do. I'll probably add some slabs up here so that we can walk without having to jump, and I definitely want to add some variations to the ground in here. Maybe I'll add like some sticks and stuff around. I don't know, there's a whole bunch of little detailing things that I can do, as well as over in here where we still don't have interiors at all, but it's definitely starting to look a lot better. I actually spent quite a while getting all this rooted dirt because I thought it went really well with this path pattern sort of thing that we have going on here. I think it turned out really well. Took forever to get because, you know, the only way to get those is to plant an azalea tree, bone meal it up, and then get rid of the tree and get the single bit of rooted dirt that's underneath it. But we did it, and I think it looks really good. One thing I might do is I might take all of these mushroom blocks and I might concentrate them a little bit more on the center of the path. I think this kind of does a good job of showing where the path is traveled the most because it's just a tiny bit lighter, a little bit more smooth, kind of like it's been traversed by lots of people. So I think I might get rid of some of these ones over here on the side and move them over to the middle. But other than that, I think it looks really good. But I think we're going to actually take a break from this section or this little area, at least for this episode, just because there's a project that I've been wanting to do, but a little bit scared to do. And I think I'm just going to go in and give it a try. And I've actually already gathered all the resources that we're going to need for it right here. And I don't know if you can tell by what we had in there, but we're going to be making a shulker farm, which is something that I've never done before, and I'm more than a little bit scared. I think I'm ready to give it a try and see what happens. Now, because I've never done it before, I don't think I'm going to go to all the work to actually bring the shulker all the way to the overworld, just because it's a lot of work and I'm a little bit scared that it won't turn out right. But we're going to make it in the end, and I think it'll work out pretty well. At least I really hope it does. We've got these shulker boxes here, but it's not even close to enough. Over here, we've got our bamboo farm, but I'm having to clear this out all the time and make sure that it's not overflowing. And we've got our iron farm and the melon and pumpkin farm and all sorts of things where I have to go over and regularly make sure that it's not overflowing and make sure that it's still running properly. But if we can set up some shulker box loaders underneath it, then I could very easily mitigate the amount of time that I have to dedicate to that. So I think I'm going to do that. But in order to do it, we're going to need a ton of shulker boxes. And before we actually go in and get it started, I think we should first go back all the way that way to the end. And we should beat the end dragon one more time so that we can open up another portal. Because all the cities nearby the portal that I already opened are, well, looted. And they don't have any shulkers in them anymore because I already got rid of them. So we're going to open up a new portal. We're going to go there and hopefully find a city that's not looted. And since I'm out here doing things that I've never done before, I figure why not add just one more? And why don't I try to beat the dragon with beds? I've seen videos of people doing that, but I've never tried it myself. They make it look really easy, so let's go find out if it actually is that easy. All right, let's do this. Okay, so I looked up a video on how to kill the ender dragon with beds, and I believe that we need to come over here. And actually, maybe the first thing I should do is get rid of this. Oh, and should I get the dragon egg? I think I need a piston for that, don't I? Yeah, there's a piston and some buttons. All right, so I think I can just right-click it. And then it comes over here. Then all I need to do is that. Boom. Easy enough. And the tutorial that I saw said that it's important that the obsidian that you put on here is on either the north or the south side. And you always come from the east, which means it's going to need to be right here or right here, like this. I'll do that ahead of time. All right, I think let's just do it. A little nervous about it, but I mean, worst thing that can happen is we place all these down, we mess up with the beds, and we just have to kill it normally. And I've got a bow and a sword just for that, and I've even got my wings. Right, it looks like we're actually fine. I'll replace that there. So now the key, I think, is I need to run away far over here. Alright, and I keep an eye on the dragon, and as soon as it seems like he's gonna be going in there... Oh, wait. I think... Oh, the... Alright. Not ideal. The fog makes it really hard to see him when he's all the way over there. I hope I'm not missing something. Oh, I think that's it. Like, okay. Maybe I needed to be there faster? Maybe that'll make him mad or something and he'll do what he's supposed to. Oh, there you go. Oh boy, I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Okay, that's it. I think I'm just too slow, or maybe I'm reading the signal wrong. I think I missed that opportunity because this guy's running at me. Oh, there's a bunch of dead endermen. Alright, that's it. Apparently not. Well, if I can't figure this out soon, I think I'm just gonna have to do things the old-fashioned way. Even if I can't kill it with the beds, I'd really like to at least get a hit off. Maybe I set up a bed there ahead of time. That way once... Oh, come on. These guys are so obnoxious. There it is, there it is. Oh, wow. That launched me. I did damage. Not a lot, but I did do something. Alright, well, I'm gonna call that a win for now, and I'm gonna put these beds away, and I'm just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Got it, but I think we've got an enderman on our tail. Or maybe not. Nice. Alright, we did it. Was not how I would have liked to do it, if I'm being honest, but, well, we take those. And we could try it again later. Definitely don't like that it just spawned over the top of the void. That's kind of annoying. There's supposed to be a cool transition here, but yay, at least you get to look at me running in circles around the already completed farm because the rest of the time-lapse recording got corrupted and now I can't make a cool video out of it. Now watch me add a shulker to the farm. I left it on last night, and, well, we have a problem. I think what happened is I didn't get rid of these chorus plants that were really close to the farm, and so they managed to teleport out and something happened, and I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to figure out exactly what happened. We're just really lucky that I've still got another way to get another shulker in there, so I think all that I'm gonna need to do is I'm gonna kill all of these shulkers, try to reset the farm as best I can and figure out what went wrong, and then yeah, I just gotta get another shulker in there. Alright, we've still got that one up there. I'm not sure if we actually have to kill it. It is way too early. This is the second enderman that I've accidentally looked at somehow. Maybe it'll be obvious in hindsight, but oh my goodness, I just want to get this done. Hopefully I at least got some shulker shells. Alright, well, we got some. At least it worked for a little bit. I couldn't really figure out what to do, so I just ended up killing those guys. And I looked up a little bit online, and I think it might have something to do with this minecart being broken in here. And just to save you from about a solid hour of me trying to fix the farm. Is it working? I think it might actually be working. Alright, yeah, they're going. Oh, please be working. Alright, I think it's definitely working now. I'm gonna go ahead and AFK for a little bit and see if I can get some more. Alright, it's been an entire morning. Well, really more than a morning, because I woke up pretty early and it seems to still be running fine, which makes me really, really happy. Let's see if we can come up here and see how much we got. Oh, yeah. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. Bit loud up there, but I think I've actually got so many that I'm probably gonna have to make another shulker box just to carry back all my shulker boxes. Got a full shulker box and even a little bit extra filled with shulker shells. I think that's gonna get us by for quite a while, and ideally this won't break and we can always come back here to get some more when we need to. I'll probably actually come back here again tonight and AFK again, and hopefully we can get a whole bunch more. So let's just grab up our shulker boxes and we can finally get out of here. Oh, and before I get ahead of myself, the shulker farm came from a YouTuber named Adil Games. And yes, I'm not an idiot. It's Games, not Games. It was a really long morning. I'll put a link in the description for that. It's really, really good. I had a couple little problems with it, but they seem pretty minor, and once I figured out what to do, they weren't too difficult to fix, so seems like it's gonna work really well for us. But what I'd like to do now is I'd like to take all of these shulker shells that we got, and I'd like to redesign this over here. It's kind of a little bit messy right now, and I'm not gonna be able to fix this down here. I'm still really proud of this, and even if I someday figure out how to do it in a much better way, I don't think I'm going to get rid of this just because this is such a good memory. But I am going to redo this. I'll probably just set it up so I've got a bit of a storage here because this is going to supply our furnace over there. But then I also want to, once this is full, go into a shulker box loader. That way I don't have to keep going through and emptying this and filling up these with tons and tons and tons of bamboo blocks, because yeah, that's a little time consuming. I really wish we had crafters. I know crafters are coming out soon, so maybe when crafters come out, I'll have to redo it, and then we can auto craft and then shulker shell it. But I'm just gonna go ahead and do this right now. Hopefully it'll be easy to do later.
We interrupt this program for an emergency shulker loader speedrun.
And we can start by clearing out a whole bunch of space, because this is going to require a lot more space than we have. Now we can tear out the old storage system. That's one way to do. Okay, well, I guess of all the times for that to happen, this was probably one of the better ones. I'm gonna go sleep. So as I was saying, I'm gonna clear this out and make room for the new. And just to make things a little bit easier for me, I'm gonna go ahead and make this the location where we'll come to pick up the chest, or where the chest will be. So this will be where our shulker boxes fill in. So the first thing I need to do is I need to be able to separate all the bamboo that comes down here to load up into our smelting system from the extra bamboo that's gonna come all the way over here into our bulk storage. So I wanna make sure that it fills up this first. And I think I'll do that just by doing a simple hopper chain. So I can just do a hopper chain like this and then put one underneath. So basically, whenever something goes into this one over here, it's gonna go in here and then it's gonna prioritize this one underneath. So it's gonna fill up that one first. And then if this one happens to be full, then I'll put that in there and it'll go through this one and then go straight on through. So this one right here is gonna lead to our smelter storage. And then this one over here is gonna lead to our bulk storage. This one down here is gonna feed directly into here. I'll just put some chests there to give us some decent amount of storage. And then the rest of it is going to feed into here eventually. But first I've got to add in my shulker loader, and we're gonna see if all that practice I did pays off. And there we go. That was easy enough, assuming I made everything correctly. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this disconnected for now, or not make it all the way down, because before I fill up this, I want to make sure that our shulker loader is working perfectly. So let me grab a couple of shulker shells and I will go ahead and fill up this chest. So let's just fill this up here. And now I think I should have to pull this lever twice. So that's once. Good, there's nothing there. I think we just got one into here, and now boom, we got it. So now it's filling up with all sorts of bamboo, and maybe I should have partially filled it up to start off with, but I've got time. And while we wait for this, I think we can just do a really simple hopper chain, and then we'll just make it feed into these chests right here. There we go. Now that this is set up, all of the shulker boxes that feed into here should just go straight down this hopper chain and start to fill up these 3 chests. And I really don't think we'll have to worry about storage for quite a while. And there you go. We've got our shulker box sitting in there. Right now this hopper is locked, but as soon as it pushes down the next one, then it'll push this one down into here, and then it can flow all the way along our nice little hopper line, and everything should work out perfectly. So yeah, let's just add in the rest of this smelter storage real fast, and then we'll be all done. So I woke up this morning and I AFK'd here overnight to see if I could start to get a little bit of this filled up. And I woke up and look, we've got almost, almost nothing. And I was like, well, what's going on? So I looked up here and we were missing these blocks. These dirt blocks had been taken by an enderman and I had to replace it. Look at that. I couldn't believe it. The minecart was stopped up here because these blocks were just completely gone. And oh, the endermen are just, well, they'd been getting on my nerves for a long time, but this was pretty rough. So I came out here and I was looking up and I was like, well, it's a little bit quiet. And look at that, the pillagers that we had caught in a boat are gone as well, and I can't help but wonder if it wasn't because of this block that's gone right here. And then I got to thinking, I saw this mud block over here, and well, I haven't really used any mud in this general area. The only place that I've really used mud is over here in this area with our fences and our houses. And would you look at that? There's a mud block missing, and I don't see it around here. There's also this one missing that's clearly this one over here, but I can't help but wonder if an enderman came over here and took this mud block and then carried it all the way over there and sat it down inside of our storage area. And let's not forget how they made it rain inside of my mountain. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Look at this. Yeah, so I had to do something about the enderman, and I hope that what I did works. So I spent a pretty good amount of time, and I found a whole bunch of vanilla tweak stuff, and one of them is the anti-enderman grief, and I'm really hoping that that helps put a stop on the enderman menace that is ravaging my world. I also added, you know, like mob heads, wandering traders, so that they'll give like the little tiny blocks. Just thought that'd be kind of fun. And then I also added stuff like, you can see this is dark mode now, and then a couple little things like adding the little arrows onto hoppers, and same thing with the dispensers and stuff like that, just to make it a little bit easier. So I think that'll be nice. It's not going to make a huge difference, but it's pretty cool. What I really care about is the enderman griefing, because that's just got to stop. It's getting so bad. I mean, look at all the blocks in here. I cleared all of these blocks out like 2 days ago, and yeah, there it's already like this again. Well, this one's mine, but you know, while I was going in and adding mods, I also went in and added the mini HUD, which you should be able to see up there in the right here in the top left hand corner. So it's got like, you know, my coordinates that show up right there, and I can also do a whole bunch of nifty little things like show light levels and all sorts of stuff like that. And then I did this. I fixed all of the holes, or at least most of the holes. If there's any left, then I don't see them, but you know, maybe there's something I missed. But yeah, that was a lot more work than I thought it would be. It took probably, I don't know what, a good 5 or 6 stacks of grass blocks, just spitballing out there. I don't actually know how many it took. And I also replaced a bunch of these with honey bottles, and now we're going to be getting honey bottles as well. Eventually, once the crafters come out and I can auto craft stuff, then I'll do like a nice little sorting system, and I'll sort out the honeycomb and the honey bottles, and then I'll auto craft those into honey blocks and honeycomb blocks, and it'll be really cool. But I just don't want to go to all the work of shulker loading it for now, and then I don't know, have to fix it again when the crafters come out. But unfortunately, that's where I'm gonna have to leave off for this episode. We got a lot done. We got our shulker farm, and that was a lot of work. I was a little worried about it and kind of nervous to start on it, but I'm so glad that I did it, because now we've got all the shulker boxes that we could ever hope to carry, you know, plus a whole bunch more. And I've even got this totally filled with shulker boxes as well that are ready to get shulker loaded and fill up our chest with bamboo. I mean, yeah, we've got a couple already. And very nearly as exciting as the shulker farm is the mod to stop the enderman griefing. Ever since I added that in there, I haven't been seeing any more grass blocks popping up. I haven't seen any more holes underneath our mountain. Feeling very, very happy about that. And I even went through and I turned on my little HUD thing, and I went all the way around the roof of my library, which had been a horrible monster infested area at night, and I added a whole bunch of glow lichen up here. So now we shouldn't be getting a whole bunch of random spawns up here and having creepers jump down on top of us and kill us while we're fixing our bamboo storage. But yeah, that's really all I got today. Next week is going to be a little bit shorter. I'm gonna get an episode out. I don't know how long it's gonna be or how much is gonna get into it. It might be incredibly sparse as far as content goes. I've got a lot going on next week that I have to get done, and well, that's just life. But I will have a video, even if it's only like 5 minutes. I'll make a video for anyone that is looking forward to that. You may officially look forward to it. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.